same coats. I'm sure all of you are interesting and have wonderful things about you. But looking at you in the street, you all look so much the same. Try and express yourselves better.
Okay, how's it going, guys and girls, folks? Appreciate your patience. It's been, get some more light going on here. It's been a hell of a time trying to get this thing set back up. It's been 5 months since we've done this, right? So appreciate you guys' patience. This is just pretty crazy. Actually, let's wait here. Let's get back in order here. I'm gonna run one more test on this. I'm curious. Yep, Facebook's not working, so that's okay.
But that's where Mom's gonna come on.
So welcome back, guys. Like I said, this has been a while. Appreciate anybody who's watching and anybody who's been with this podcast and kind of jumping in and out of this throughout this time. My name is Ben.
And my name is Malia.
And this is the Dynamic Duo Podcast. And yeah, we're on episode 49. Apparently, I thought we were in 60s or something like that. So I don't know.
It showed 66 up there.
Apparently, I did a poor job at logging the episodes and trying to keep track of all the notes and where we left off. So after 5 months of doing so much other things and then trying to jump back into it,
and then you just jumped back into yours just yesterday.
Yeah. So well, my podcast is a lot easier to run actually.
Because it's easier because you can do. It's easy because you have less things to worry about.
No, I don't know why it is, but it's the Facebook thing for one.
You never have to worry. The Facebook never really crashed down on yours, did it?
Well, it's just, yeah, it's hard to explain. Let's just say Facebook on this podcast is really difficult. I don't know why that is. It just doesn't want to keep the string
remember how
keys.
Grandma once tried to get on? She couldn't get on.
Yeah.
And then your mom tried getting on, and then Grandma Linda tried getting on, and she couldn't.
Yeah, it's just
Everybody
a weird thing.
couldn't get on.
It's a weird thing, yeah, for sure. So, anyways, we're back, and we're here. So let's, in case you guys aren't familiar with this podcast, why don't you go ahead and tell the folks where they can find us at, sweetheart, while I get us pouring some tea here.
Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch.
All right, so that's where you can find us.
I had to read that.
For some posted content and live stream events like the one you're watching right now. We're going to get some tea rolling here for the tea time topic. We got some goji pear melon tea today. And I love this tea actually. It's like one of my favorite flavors.
When are we going to talk about where we went? Right there.
So the first thing we're going to do, let's just get right into this since we've been behind.
Can we start with this?
No.
How about we start?
I'll just follow my lead, all right? you distracted me. So what was I gonna say there? We're gonna get right into this because we're running late, is what I was gonna say.
Because we're half an hour late and then like a couple minutes.
Yeah.
30 minutes and a couple minutes.
Is it a half hour? Yeah, I think it is a half hour. So we're a half hour late. So.
But that's okay. It's not gonna stop us.
Love that attitude. So let's get right into it with the dynamic discussion. We're basically just going to review what we've done in the last 5 months and kind of recap. So the summertime is when we stopped because it got really hot up here. We're on the third story of the house. Yeah, so this is the third story of the house, and it gets really hot up here. We don't have room for air conditioner, plus it would be really loud with the... Oh, you know what? We don't even have the mic here, so I bet people cannot hear us. So,
I want to accidentally do this and make a loud screech.
Yeah.
Because sometimes my chair will move.
Yeah, so, again, see what I mean? We're just like,
How about this?
we're completely out of whack. This is probably good enough.
Well, they won't hear me.
Sure they will.
Is that on mute?
No, it's not on mute.
Just
So we're good to go. I think we got everything we need now. We got
Luckily.
cameras rolling. We got mics set up. We got the streaming software set up. It's a lot of work, folks. Running a podcast by yourself, doing all the technical work, and I always forget that. And as I'm trying to get into it, anytime you hit one snag or one technical difficulty, it seems like it takes half an hour at least to kind of smooth out that rough edge. So, anyways, yeah. So summertime was our last episode. What can you remember? Any of the things that you did during the summer?
I went to Grandma's.
You did go to Grandma's, yeah.
You went to Grandma's.
I did go to Grandma's once, yeah.
Yeah, with me.
And I went swimming.
Yeah, Birdie was... Jax, when you put Jax in the water like this, like imagine you're holding Jax right now in the summertime, putting him in the water.
Yeah.
He would do this. He would try to go swim.
I didn't see Jax swim.
No, because you weren't there.
People don't know who Jax is.
Well, it's my grandma's son's dog, but...
What kind of dog?
A dachshund.
A Dachshund?
A wiener.
A wiener dog?
He's black and no, not gray. Brown.
Yeah.
And
Typical wiener dog color.
And he's 5 years old.
Okay.
He just turned 5.
Cute little guy.
He barks a lot at the mailman.
I haven't heard him bark, actually.
He's barked at the mailman,
Uh-huh.
like the UPS, and we found these dog costumes, and we found a UPS, and that would be funny, put it on Jax for Halloween. Oh, that's one thing we have to talk about, Halloween.
Halloween,
We
yeah.
forgot Halloween.
So, how was Halloween?
Good.
Yeah? What did we do?
Well, let's not get into the Halloween yet. My birthday's before Halloween.
Okay, so we
we'll
celebrated your birthday.
Yes.
And what did we do for your birthday?
Went to Cascadia Grill.
That's right. So for those who don't know what Cascadia Grill is, it's just a local restaurant that me and her enjoy going to.
No, I love it more than anybody.
I love the atmosphere more than anybody. The food there is pretty good too.
And I like the two husband and wife, the owners.
Mhm.
I like them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The
And
people that work there.
I like the people that work there because we know all of them at this point.
Yeah, real welcoming restaurant and staff that they got there. And like she said, we've been there so many times that they know us pretty dang well. So we get recognized and we get welcomed pretty easily. So we went there. You got a bunch of presents. Too many presents.
Because my birthday is only 2 months before Christmas.
Yeah, so I think we got you so many presents that now I don't even know what to get you for Christmas.
No, you didn't even you only got me like 5 presents.
For Christmas?
No.
For
my birthday.
Right, but they
Not
were
a-
big
not-
presents, like, and expensive. I know I spent like $1,000 on presents. Like, just one of your presents was $400 for your tablet. So
I know. And then my phone was for not as
even
much.
if it was 5 presents, is still big items and big gifts.
Earrings.
Earrings, got you some earrings, yeah.
Did you get me these ones for my birthday?
Yeah, I did.
I brought my moon ones.
I know, I seen that.
Why are you smiling?
Just because I'm happy.
I'm happy that I broke my new moon earrings.
No, not happy that you broke your moon earrings. I'm just
Those
happy.
were, like, my
you want me to be
favorite
sad about
kind.
it?
Those were like my favorite kind.
I know, but the positive side of that is that you can just get more, and it's fine. So
I'm already tired, even though I'm not drinking the sleepy tea.
yeah, we're not drinking the sleepy tea, so hang in there.
Okay.
So we got your birthday, we got Halloween. How'd Halloween go?
Good.
Good. What'd we do?
We watched a movie all night.
What movie did we watch? I don't remember.
We
Probably
watched
a scary one.
No, Lock and Key. We were watching
On Halloween.
because we never finished it. We started watching that on the Christmas, on the Halloween, and we're still finishing it. Mom's still trying to finish it. It's like you're already in the Christmas spirit, but it's in Halloween type.
Yeah.
So it's like.
No, I don't want you to bump it, sweetie.
No, I only moved a little bit.
So, okay, so we got Halloween. We burnt through that. That was pretty cool. We also went to the corn maze.
Corn maze.
That was cool.
I know what you're gonna say.
What?
You said that you wish I would have went in the other one.
Yeah, I wish we would have did the nighttime scary corn maze. Absolutely.
But I would have been tired.
I think you would have woke up with killer clowns running around with chainsaws.
Real chainsaws.
It's kind of hard to be tired with that environment.
Imagine if you were sleeping and then a clown woke up in the middle of your bed, and then you were running out with only underwear on because you only slept with underwear on.
Yeah.
That would be very, very. And it was snowing on Christmas.
That's like a scary movie right there.
And it was snowing.
I'm like picturing that's like a scary movie scene.
And you're running through the snow and you're trying to break the gate open because you can't see. It's pitch black, and the moon's not out, and there's a couple of stars.
Yeah.
And the chainsaw's on, and you're running for your life, and there's like 5 of them.
I mean, that's pretty creepy. Yeah.
That would be very, very scary for a movie.
Yeah, that'd be scary for an adult. Absolutely. So let's get it. Okay, so we got Halloween we went through. We just had Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. How was that experience?
Good.
Good? I thought it was good.
I want figgy pudding.
Figgy pudding? That's like a Christmas song thing.
I know, but...
Does anybody know what figgy pudding is? I've never seen it.
Here, raise your hand if you don't know what figgy pudding is. I don't know it.
There's a lot of virtual hands going up.
It's probably pudding, but figgy. But I don't even know what figgy is.
That's what I'm saying.
What is figgy? But I know what.
It could be a fig plant, like a fig Newton, but it's figgy pudding. I don't know. But the only time I ever heard of figgy is in the dang song, "We Wish You Merry Christmas."
Come bring me some figgy pudding.
Yeah, other than that, I don't even know if figgy pudding exists. So if someone can please enlighten me on the figgy pudding. And
here, you could look it up right now on that and see if it's true.
Yeah, I'm sure we could, but we'll save that for a Christmas episode. How about that?
Oh. What day is Christmas?
December 25th. I don't know what day that is on the week, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, real quick, let's get in...
This does not taste really good.
It doesn't?
I can't taste any. It tastes... It doesn't even taste sweet.
It tastes sweet to me.
It doesn't taste sweet to me. Let me try yours.
Okay, you try mine. Oh yeah, you need a little bit of sugar in it.
Yeah, yours is sweeter. It's so old.
No, it's not. I just poured it in there today.
No. It fell down.
All right. So the most eventful thing that we did was very recently, a week ago.
And who can guess what it is? I only told a couple of people.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you go ahead and talk about it.
Well, anybody.
What did we do?
We went on a plane.
We'll give you a hint.
I'm drinking out of it right now.
All right.
Can anybody guess?
The hint is over.
Miami.
Yeah. So Miami. We went to Miami. I went to Miami first. and then had a last minute offer to come to a fundraising event to the Grant Cardone Foundation, and we basically I wasn't even planning to come back. I was planning on coming back. So I went over there for 3 days, and then on the fourth day came back. When was
Wednesday.
that?
And
Yeah,
then
when did I leave? Sunday. I came back on a Wednesday night. Stayed on Thursday and then left Friday morning because when I came back, that's when I made the decision to go to that Grant Cardone Foundation and take Malia.
Because Marianne told you to.
Yeah. One of my friends, Marianne, suggested that I should bring Malia, and I was like, oh wow, let's do that. I didn't know that was even an option. Real small get together. There was only about 200 people there. It was a very
still that's a lot.
Yeah, but not compared to some of the events that we do. So we did that. The whole event was to raise money for kids that grow up without fathers. And for that matter, kids that grow up without parents in general. And Grant's doing some big things with kids in Africa and also some kids here close at home. But very cool, you know. It was an awesome event. We raised $2 million in about an hour there with just the people in the room. Very exciting.
About 400.
Huh?
You gave about 400.
Well, yeah, I gave 500 in cash to them, but I also gave 4,000 before that. Yeah, you didn't see, so I gave $4,500 that night. Wow. But that's nothing. There's people that donated like $100,000 or $200,000. But still, just making a difference and making an impact was pretty cool. Thousands. Sure. Yeah, absolutely. $4,500 is a good chunk to donate. So very happy that we did that. What was that experience like? I want to hear you talk about your experience.
What do you mean?
How was it? What are some of the coolest things that happened there? What was your experience like in Miami? The plane ride, the hotel? Like, let's hear about it.
My most favorite thing was taking the plane ride.
Yeah? Why?
Because I got to sleep.
But you didn't sleep.
I slept on the way there.
Very little.
No, I slept for like about a couple hours. I slept for 3 hours.
One way, yeah. But you didn't sleep on the way back.
I dozed off for a second for like an hour.
Did you?
Yeah, for like half an hour. And then I woke up and then I fell asleep again. And then I fell asleep for an hour. And then I woke up finally and started playing on the thing.
That's funny.
It's like, wake up. But on your plane, it's like, you gotta go to bed.
Yeah, so you like...
It's like bedtime because the seats feel comfortable.
The seats are kind of... I hate being so close to people. That's the only thing I don't like.
You don't want to be close to me?
To you, but I'm also close to somebody else. And so... Okay, so the plane ride. What about the hotel experience?
I like the hotel.
I thought it was pretty cool. I got us a nice room with a balcony up on one of the higher levels.
But then when we looked down, there was an even nicer balcony, and I was like, no fair.
Yeah, well, you got to pay a little bit more for those ones. But yeah, we had a really nice location.
But it was lower.
Huh?
But it was lower.
Mm-hmm. We were at the Turnberry Marriott in Aventura, Florida.
But you were on the guitar
10th
one.
floor. Huh?
You were on the guitar one.
Yeah, we had a nice view of Miami, the golf course. You can see Hard Rock Casino, the guitar-shaped casino, the building, and really cool. But the event was really awesome as well. For those of you who don't know Grant Cardone, I'm going to talk a little bit about him because we're going to start reading one of the newest books that we just got access to. But she got to meet Grant Cardone. She got to meet Elena Cardone and also Sabrina and Scarlett, who are their children. Very impactful family. And Grant Cardone's a really impactful individual. He's built $1 million empires, and he's like just a massive guy in kind of pushing towards over $3 billion in real estate. Really influential guy. In so many aspects, and just a huge mentor to me, which is why I got her involved with that, because I thought it'd be a good idea for her to be a part of that atmosphere. and just experience it herself, especially at a young age. I wish someone would have took me to, or would have taken me to, something like that, some kind of event like that.
When you were a kid, was Grant Cardone a kid?
I don't know how much old. Well, he's 63, so it just depends. He's let's see, 20. Well, I can't do the math. 25 years older than me. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, 25 years older than me. That's crazy to think that I'm only 25 years away from my 60s. That's insane.
When do you think you're gonna die like that?
I don't want to think about when I'm gonna die.
Peter was thinking.
I want to think about how long I'm gonna live.
But
he was making a joke.
But it actually does tell you.
So how was church today? You went to church? Oh, that's the thing we've been doing. We got involved back in with the church.
I've never been to church. You have.
She hasn't been to church ever. I hadn't been to church in 30 years, so we just got involved.
You were 8?
Yeah.
You said you went there for kindergarten, so you
preschool.
Preschool is not 8.
It's younger. I think preschool is like
3 and
4 or 5. Yeah, or even about 4 or 5, I think, for me.
3 is even younger.
So yeah, I grew up Christian and went to church a little bit when I was younger. In Yakima, yep. And then just fell out of it. I just hadn't gone, and so we just made the commitment to start going. It's been a great experience. I went there just to be around some positive people and a positive atmosphere. I got that, and I went there to kind of work on restoring my faith, and it's happened. So great experience I've had very great church and people and community that we've been involved in, and I've already been helping with that as much as possible, doing some interviews for the church, donating, doing things like that, just coming in on Saturdays for Saturday events and kind of just really getting immersed in that atmosphere as much as possible. So it's been a great experience. So yeah, other than that, we're getting geared up for Christmas, and that's pretty much a lot of the main things that we've done here in the last 5 months since we've been on a hiatus on the podcast. And so what I want to do is something really exciting. That event, the Grant Cardone Foundation, that whole thing was for kids. It was mainly for kids. I only seen 2 kids there, and I did see a boy there after a while. So I think there was only 3 children there.
No. Me and my friend, and then a little boy, and then Scarlett and Sabrina count.
Oh, yeah.
Even though they're the family.
Right. They did disappear, though. They were only there for like an hour.
Yeah. Greg Cardone was like...
Where are you going?
Home.
Yeah, and they're like, we're going home.
Like, oh, bye.
That was pretty funny. So
he was surprised.
Yeah, he was surprised.
I think that was set up anyways.
I don't think so.
It was weird.
He seems surprised to me.
Is that fun?
Yeah.
Where are you going? Home.
Anyways, at that event, they got to launch a new program, which I will also be selling. So in case you didn't know this,
shirts.
Yes. So in case you didn't know this, I'm part of the Grant Cardone partnership as a licensee. So basically, I'm certified to deliver his curriculum and to train other companies and to do personal coaching with his content. And so one of the things I'm really excited about is the release of the 10X Kids book. And that content, why don't you go ahead and show them, sweetheart. We have not read this. This is specifically for kids.
Oh, wait.
In case you have no idea what the 10X rule is, this is the first book that got me introduced to Cardone. He's got about 7 books he's written. This is the one that he really got known for. He started a whole movement, the 10X movement out of it, and created a 10X culture out of it. This is why you see 10X all over me, all over my office, and all over the place, because I'm a partner with him, and this is what's helped me in my life. And so they made a 10X rule book for kids, and it's called 10X Kids, and I'm super excited about it.
And you were thinking about that, but then they read your mind. You were like, "We should make a 10X Kids."
Yeah. I was
thinking about that.
Yeah, months prior to that, I was like, they should make something for kids, and then lo and behold, they were already working on it behind the scenes, and so I'm really excited about it. So what we're gonna do is
it's a chapter book, probably.
I'm not going to tell you what 10X means. If you have no idea what the 10X rule is, this will be exciting, because we're going to break it down for children, and I want to I have no idea what's in this book. I haven't read it. I wanted to just read it fresh on the podcast and then kind of give our thoughts. But we got a little bit more than half an hour, so let's get into this. Let me see that book, sweetheart. Actually, you follow along in there if you want.
No, I was just going to say how many pages there were. There's 65. It's cool because if you go to the very, very back, it shows a picture of all of them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
Right here?
So right in the big.
Right here?
You could show them the picture if you want.
Right here?
No, this is where I'm at. So the first thing, I'm just gonna start from the intro pages here. 10x your life. Welcome. It's not where you start, it's where you finish. Grant Cardone. It is your duty and responsibility to live a 10x life. All right, so here's a little, I guess we call it a prologue. Sounds crazy, I know. This book can change your life. Sounds crazy, I know, but it's true. In the pages you're about to read, I'm going to teach you the biggest secrets I've learned from building $1 billion business, a beautiful family, and a nice fat bank account after starting with nothing. I'm laying it out there, including the keys to massive action, money, success, and living a 10x life, a life beyond your wildest dreams. I'm sharing this because I want you to dream big and live big too. I believe it's your duty and our duty and our responsibility to succeed in whatever way makes us happy. It's our duty and responsibility to be all that we dream of and more. Living a 10x life is about expanding belief in what you can achieve and taking the steps to make it a reality. By applying the 10x rule to every part of your life, the possibilities are endless. The biggest mistake most people make in life is not setting goals high enough. That's why you need to set goals 10x greater than what you believe can be achieved, and then take actions 10x greater than what is necessary to achieve those goals. Want to make the soccer team? Strive to become captain. Want to make $1,000? Aim for $10,000 instead. To me, success includes sharing what I've learned with people all over the world. Adults, kids, athletes, entrepreneurs, performers, students, you name it. I want to show you how anyone, including you, can use 10x thoughts and actions to make life easier and more fun. All right. Once you learn and act on these simple 10x concepts, you can reach your own idea of success too. Let me say that again. No matter how you define success or whether you're starting from, this book will show you how to guarantee that you'll reach your goals. I started from a place many might call challenging, a crime-infested town in Louisiana. Lost my dad when I was 10, and no one showed me how to be a man, how to handle money, or guide me through life. I messed up a lot, got involved in some stuff I had no business doing, and fell flat on my face, but I kept getting up and moving forward. Life seemed like everything was against me until I learned these 10x concepts. Once I committed to applying the 10x rule to my life, everything shifted. I had the key to not only reaching my goals, but going beyond. Over the past 30 years in business, I've started over 7 companies and have over $2 billion in assets. I've also written 11 books and become a New York Times best-selling author. I have over 15 million followers on social media, and I starred on Discovery Channel's hit TV show, Undercover Billionaire. Not bad for a kid from Lake Charles, Louisiana. Together, we'll dig into exactly how to achieve your goals and to create your own 10x life. You'll also see why so many people, even those who seem like they got a head start on life, never make it off the starting line. That's because living a 10x life is not guaranteed. Having knowledge is one thing, but to be a success, you have to act. No one is going to come to your house and make your dreams come true. It's up to you to create the 10x life you really want. The biggest mistake most people make in life is not setting goals high enough. Love that quote. All right. Whether you want to become student body president, clean up the environment, make $1 billion, get 1 million followers on YouTube, or all of these, 10x will get you there. Even if you got no money in your pocket, even if you're only 12, 15, or 18, even if you have no mom, no dad, or no family at all, even if you feel like you've already screwed up, even if you think you got nothing going for yourself, it's true. I know what it's like to feel like you're going to, like you're doing life alone with no one looking out for you. I want to give you the support and guidance I wish I'd had all those years. when I was that young kid trying to figuring out all out on my own. I want to give you what I tell my own daughters when I'm teaching them about success in life. You are not alone. Through this book, I am your partner in success. We'll do this 10x thing together. Remember, you may as well be great because nothing else pays. All right, think big. Approach every situation with a whatever it takes mindset. Grant Cardone. Want to know why people reach their goals? It's not because they're lazy. Or why people don't reach their goals. Yeah, it's not because they're lazy. It's not because they don't have any money or they don't have the skills. It's not because they're too young or too old or too poor or too tall or too short. It's because their goals aren't big enough. Right now you're thinking I'm crazy, man. That Grant Cardone, he's one whacked out guy. After all, everyone knows that the bigger the goal, the harder it is to reach it, right? Wrong. The truth is, if you start small, you think small, you aim small, and you work small. And when you think small, there's no way you can hit the big time in business, in school, in sports, anywhere. Your biggest source of motivation is your excitement and passion. If your dreams bore you, you're not going to have the juice to kick it into high gear when you need to. You won't have the staying power to last through the hard times that are bound to come. You'll bail out at the first sign of trouble because you just don't care enough to keep going. That is why people don't reach their goals. Show me someone who's excited about their life, and I'll show you someone who's going to do big things. I want you to live, breathe, and sleep your dreams. I want your dreams to be so big, so amazing, so jaw-droppingly incredible that you know you're going to have to go all in to get there. I want your dreams to come alive for you and give you something to hold on to when you hear the 100th no, or when you just want to hit snooze on your phone alarm and take a day off. I want you to think big. All right. How thinking big changed Sammy's life.
Who's Sammy?
We're about to find out. Sammy lives in the city. He's about to turn 16. He wants a sweet ride. His friends are also 16, but nobody is even talking about getting a car. In fact, he doesn't know anyone at his school who has their own car. When he tries to talk to his friends about getting a car, they talk him down, telling him it's impossible. Why don't you just ride the bus like the rest of us, they ask. But Sammy dreams big and believes that if he works hard enough, he can do it. So Sammy starts thinking about what kind of car he'd get, what color, what model, what kind of rims he'd put on it, what it smelled like inside, what the leather seats would feel like when he slides in it and puts his hands on the steering wheel. He even thinks about what's playing on the stereo. He's in that car. When he thinks about how the car would help his family, he could give his mom a ride to work so she wouldn't have to take the bus. He could take his grandma to get groceries on the weekend. He could also drive himself to extra soccer practices, and playing more might help him earn him a college scholarship. That car, not a scooter, not a skateboard, not a skateboard, not a bicycle, would change his life. He knows his why for his dream, but he also knows that dreaming isn't enough. He writes down his goal to buy a car every morning at the top of his notebook, and every night before he goes to sleep. He finds pictures of his car online and saves them on his phone. He knows exactly how much the car costs, then he writes down how much he saved each day from working a part-time job and doing errands around the neighborhood, and slowly the number grows. When he feels like giving up, he reminds himself of what the car will do for him and his family, and how far he's come. He's thinking big. Now it's just a matter of working the plan. It won't be overnight, but he knows if he sticks with it, he'll get there, and he does. Visualize. The word visualize means to paint a detailed image in your mind of what you want, why you want it, and how it will make you feel when you get it. The root word is visual, to make your picture full of details so it comes alive in your imagination. All right, so how Michael used a positive mindset to design his future. Michael is a shoe lover. He hopes to create his own shoe brand one day. His friends copy his style, but they doubt that he'll ever be able to build his own brand. Michael refuses to give in to doubt. He knows his potential, and he's committed to accomplishing what others say can't be done. Michael chooses to have a positive mindset. He's on the path to success. His friends give him a hard time because he spends hours after school watching videos, sketching designs, and learning about how shoes are designed and manufactured. Michael even collects old shoes, takes them apart, and puts them back together in new ways. As he's falling asleep, he visualizes what his company's office will look like and imagines each part of his day as the owner of his own brand. Michael misses hanging out with his friends, but he knows dedication is the key to reaching his goals. He knows the future he wants is possible if he invests the time and energy to make his dreams a reality. When Michael finally opens his own shoe company, his friends are impressed that he took control of his mindset and shaped his future. No dream is too big. All right.
This one we'll have to fill out.
So this is cool. I love books that have exercises. Grant Cardone did this in the Closer book that he had.
Do I have to do this?
Yeah. So what you're going to do is set some big goals. Think about what's important to you using the following list. Pick 3 areas and write a 10x goal for each. Make it specific and don't forget to think big. So it asks you to set a goal for your money, for your physical health, spiritual, religion, your family, your friends, fun, and work. And then you're going to pick one goal and describe it in as much detail as you can, like Sammy did with his car, like how it would feel, how it will taste, how it will sound, how it will smell, and how it will look like.
How will it smell? What?
Yeah, that's what visualizing is, literally getting in that moment. 10x action tips. So write down your goals when you wake up and before you go to sleep. This repetition helps you stay focused on your goals throughout the day. Do your first day right here. And this is great. I didn't know they were going to do that. So much like my 10x planner, where we write our goals down every day.
I want something like that.
This is the same thing. Same thing. Just formatted a little bit different. So this is what we do. This is what I do.
You have more pages than me. I only have one.
I have another one. You can have one of those. I have a 10x planner.
Because there's only one of these.
This is a good way to get started, okay? And so we can do it together. And so this is great. It starts out with your morning goals, and then the same thing at night. Write down your goals again. The whole purpose of this is to keep your goals on the forefront of your mind, so you know that the actions you're taking throughout the day.
Remember what I said to my friend? Remember what I said?
Nope.
Remember I told you?
Remind me. I don't remember, sweetie.
You don't remember what
No, I don't remember. Tell me.
Remember how if I tell you, you'll probably remember, so I'm going to tell you. Me and my friend got into a fight, and my friend were playing, and I was talking about 10x, and she said, what is that? So I said, there's this book about 10x kids, and it's to help kids.
Let me help you out.
Without dads or moms or no family, to think positive.
Well, this is just for any kid, no matter what their situation is. The kids without fathers, that was the fundraising event we went to, sweetie. 10X Kids is for any kid with a great family. He talked about that earlier in the book. Doesn't matter what your situation is. So, but that's what you told her. What'd she say?
She said nothing.
Yeah? Huh, okay. Well, at least she knows about it, so good job for you to...
I said I was going to bring it to my teacher and ask her if she would read this to the classroom. Like at lunch. Because she reads books at lunch, so I figured she could read this.
She can totally read some of these, exactly. This is great, because she can use these stories about these kids.
And she has kids, so since we have 3, we could take 1. Mm-hmm. I could take 2. Or at least bring 1.
According to a study from Harvard Business School, having goals makes a big difference. Writing your goals down can make you 3 times as successful as people who don't write them down. Pull out your pen and get writing. I love this quote. This is something that needs to be heard. It needs to be talked about a little bit more. There is no shortage of money, only a shortage of people thinking big enough.
I have another one. You can't invest. Wait, what was it down there? It says like something. You aren't investing time and money or something.
Oh, I know what you're gonna say. People don't have time and money
because they don't invest time and money.
Absolutely, dude. High five.
I couldn't remember.
Remember that.
I try to remember.
If you don't completely understand what that means, do you understand what that means?
No.
Okay. What it means is investing means when you donate either your time and money. So when I give somebody money to help me learn something, that's me investing. If I give money to...
Well, I know what investing means.
What does it mean?
It means like you give something. Like you go somewhere to learn, to do something.
Yeah, well, giving something is like donating and charity. That's the word.
Like a garage sale, you donate stuff.
Well, no, you buy some. That's buying something. A garage sale.
I know, but you give it away.
If you get something in return, then it's not giving away.
You get something in return.
So that's not necessarily buying something.
But you can have a free garage sale where you can just put
that's
you can put
charity,
the stuff outside and then close the gate and then go inside.
So let me tell you what investing is a little bit. Right. So investing is when you put something that provides you value. When you put money or time into something that in turn gives you value and pays you back in some way or another down the road. And that's what he's saying. If you don't invest your own time into learning, if you don't invest your own time into going places or networking with people or getting uncomfortable, then you're never going to get time or money. If you don't invest in time and money into those things that you want to be better at or have, you're never going to get it. Does that make sense? It's going to make more sense to you as you get older. All right. Do you want to have as much money as you want? Dumb question, right? Almost no one does. Oh, wait. Do you have as much money as you want? There we go. Almost no one does because the whole topic of money has been made way too complicated.
You skipped a word.
What's that?
Dumb question.
I said it before that. It's okay, sweetie. Most people, including adults, don't understand how money works. As a result, they're always struggling. So we're going to fix that. The first step is to bust some of the lies, myths that you've been told about money. Here's a big one. You probably hear all the time that it's hard to get money. My dad used to tell me, Grant, money doesn't grow on trees. You ever heard that statement from anybody? No? Good. He wanted me to believe that money was hard to come by so I wouldn't waste it.
Well, it is hard to get money.
No, it's not. That's the whole thing. You've been taught that. Who'd you hear that from?
Nobody.
You've heard it from somebody. You didn't just conjure that thought up by yourself, sweetie. You've either learned it from watching somebody, even if nobody said it. Money it's only hard to come by if you make it hard to come by. Like if you don't create your own economy and generate your own money and success, then yes, it's going to be hard. If you think money's going to be hard to come by, guess what? It's going to be hard to come by. But if you think it's not, and that it's easy to get it as long as you put a lot of effort and work into it, then it is going to be easy for you. You see what I'm saying? Like whatever you think is what you do. Whatever you do is what kind of happens and becomes. And that's the whole point of this. So, but it's not true. Right now you're surrounded by money. This book you're holding, the cars passing on the street, the stores are full of stuff. The houses and apartments you pass every day, it's all money. And it's everywhere. There is no shortage of money in the world. In fact, there's an estimated 1.3 quadrillion in money in the world right now. 1.3 quadrillion written out with all those zeros looks like this. That's crazy. There's 3, 6, 9, 12, 14 zeros. So we're talking about 16 digits.
How
16 digits.
That's only 5 digits.
Digits are every number there.
No, I'm not talking about that.
That's a comma.
Yeah, comma. There's 5 commas.
Right. That's a lot of zeros and a lot of money. Let's put it that way.
What? Do you think anybody has that much money?
No, that's in the whole world. If you want more, you've got to treat money differently than other people do. The whole concept of tucking money away in a bank forever just doesn't work. Over time, the value of that money won't change sitting in the bank. So it can be smart to trade your paper money for useful assets. This includes property, real estate, or business. By trading your paper money for assets that grow in value over time, you end up multiplying your money in the long run. This is known as investing your money. So that's what investing means, when you put money into something that grows more money. If you want more, you've got to treat money differently than other people do. It's great advice.
I noticed that I noticed if you turn the page like this, you'll see money, money, money. Or
the richest people in the world, the entrepreneurs, the actors, the actresses, and the musicians and the sports stars didn't get rich by saving $1 here and $1 there. They got rich by using the 3 main principles of money to get rich. You've got to as well. Get money, which means have money coming into your hands. Keep money. Control your money rather than spending it and passing it on to someone else. And multiply that money. Invest your money to bring in even more. In other words, money is a tool you can use to make more money, which you then use to make more money, and so on, and so on, and so on. The multiple millionaires and billionaires who have their own planes and islands never stop using their own money to make more money. They never say, oh, I'm good, I've got enough. They use the resources they already have, such as money, time, and relationships, to gain new skills, meet new people, and earn more money. Investing in yourself by gaining skills and experience is as important as investing your money. What you learn can never be taken away from you. Remember, no matter how much or how little you have right now, you can grow when you invest it. And that includes investing in yourself by learning new things and improving your skills and abilities. Get ready to learn how to invest big.
I like how they show these little stories about true people.
I know, this is cool.
That's like my favorite part of the whole book.
Yeah. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and read this last story and then we'll wrap it up.
Aww.
So, how Sasha used money as a tool. Sasha goes to the neighborhood community center every day after school to play, to do her homework, and to hang out with her friends. Each day, her grandmother gives her a few dollars for a snack and a drink at the corner store she passes on her way to the center. Sasha notices by the time the program ends each day, a lot of the kids at the community center complain about being hungry and thirsty. Sasha has been reading and watching videos on how to start her own business, and she has a great idea. Since the community center doesn't offer snacks for purchase and no stores are close by, she'll bring the store to the kids. With her grandma's okay, Sasha saves up the money she gets over the next few months. It's hard to skip her daily treat, but instead of buying snacks and drinks at the store, she brings a snack from home and fills her water bottle before she leaves school so she'll have something to drink. When it gets hard, she reminds herself of her goal. She counts the money she's saved to see how far she's come and realizes she gets closer to her goal every day. When Sasha thinks she has enough money, she gets permission from the community center to open a small snack bar. She buys snacks and drinks from the corner store and then sells them to the kids at the community center at a slightly higher price. Not only does Sasha make money, she also makes the other kids happy by filling their needs. Sasha takes the money and she makes Sasha takes the money she makes and reinvests in more inventory, which she continues to sell at the community center. She has big plans to invest in assets for her new business, like a popcorn machine, so she can make even more money in the future. Sasha is on her way to becoming a real entrepreneur. She's learned to get money, keep her money, and multiply her money so that she can invest in her dreams. Pretty cool, right?
I want to renew this book, and it's the exact same thing. Maddie's fridge. Maddie has no food in her fridge.
The book called Maddie's Fridge or something?
Yeah, I'm going to renew it.
Okay.
Because tomorrow it's library day, and you can renew a book.
Here, let's do this. Since we didn't bring a bookmark.
Hey, give me a bookmark.
It's cool. We just need one marked. I know what page it is. We just need to know what page one is.
Over 22.
So, what's your thoughts? Let's read the back here. Don't settle for average. Hold on a second. What do you want in life? What does success look like to you? Big money, big impact, big visibility, big goals, big dreams. Whatever you want, you can have it if you're willing to do the work. 10X Kids is based on multi-millionaire, best-selling author and philanthropist Grant Cardone's runaway bestseller, The 10X Rule. His #1 business education platform, Cardone University, and the Grant Cardone Foundation's e-learning program. 10X Kids University. 10X Kids takes the same success principles he's taught to millions of entrepreneurs and Fortune 500 companies around the world and translates them into a short guidebook for kids of all ages. Get ready to learn how to unleash your imagination, control your mindset, get honest with yourself, and take massive action to get you where you want to go in every area of your life. 10X your goals, think big. 10X your money, invest big. 10X your action, act big. 10X your resources, build big. 10X your influence, live big. Stop settling for average when you were meant to live a 10X life. Great message. What did you get out of that? What were your thoughts on that book so far? What did you like about it?
I really like how they show stories about the truth.
Yeah?
And how the kids that are helping and saving money is also good. But if you're not going to do anything with the money once you're done, it makes no sense. You just saved up that money for no reason.
Absolutely.
But how Sasha saved her money for the kids, that is a good source of saving money.
Absolutely.
If you save money for no reason, why should you save it?
Exactly. That's a great point.
If you're not going to use it for anything good, just use it for something good right now.
Yeah, and what he's suggesting is using it to make more money. So she used that
She used that money to make more money.
But in turn, she was also helping the kids. So not only did she provide a way for them to get their snacks and their drinks, she was making more money at the same time. So she's making more money and helping.
And she's helping the kids because they were hungry.
Yeah.
Which all kids are hungry, obviously. So then she made like a little fruit stand and stuff. And she loses money, but then she gains more money. So she can just, after that stuff is gone, on the way there, she can buy more snacks to add to her.
Yeah.
Add to it. So that helps her.
Absolutely.
With the kids.
And that's investing. She gave the money up because she knew it was going to come back to her with even more money.
That's why it said a little bit more, so she could buy. And I know why she raised the money, the price of it a little bit more, so she get more money to get more food for the kids. And a lot of people don't really see that, but I notice it.
I'm glad you picked that up because there's nothing wrong with raising prices a little bit.
Because you'll get something more.
Yeah, well, not only that, she did a service by bringing it. I mean, when you make it easy for your customers by bringing stuff to them and just doing everything you can to make it so easy for them, people are willing to pay a little bit extra. I am. I'll pay a little bit extra for something if it's super easy and it provides me value. And a lot of people are the same way too.
And if you don't know, and even if you're thinking about saving your money for something, even if you don't know, you should save that money because then you'll come up with an idea.
Yeah,
You can save that money even if you don't know what to do it for. But if you know that you're going to find something to do it, then you should save the money if you know you're going to actually do it. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Mm-hmm. And so, I think very good point with, Sasha's example in investing money. So
even like my age can do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anybody could do that.
You have your own money right now.
Yeah.
So maybe what you should be doing with the goals is just thinking about what you can do, what you want to start doing. Think about, let's just start with your goals. We don't have to figure out what you're going to do with your money right now, but we can just start with your goals. Like we'll start writing down what you want to do, and your goal's going to change. You're young. Your goals are going to change over time. But we can still have a purpose and find out what your goals are right now in your life, and see how we can apply.
She might be older than me. She could be younger.
Sure.
You can really do anything, but
she very well could have been your same age.
She could have been younger. Even 7-year-olds can do that.
Well, it talked about her walking by herself. So these days, it's not really safe for young girls to.
Yeah, cause
walk by themselves.
Or if they're like a teenager, it's different.
Right.
And because you know how to defend yourself a little bit easier than a kid, than a little bit.
Yeah, we'll get into that. I want to get you, teach you a little bit of some defense.
Next time I want. Are we gonna read that again?
Yeah, we're gonna pick that back up next Sunday.
Can
anything
we
else?
Show them about the Maddie's fridge next time.
Anything else?
So I'm gonna read
what did you get about? What about what's his name? Sammy.
What was
his car? He was talking about getting a new car.
Because if you.
What'd you like about that story?
Well, that how Grant Cardone talks about if you buy something, you have to know how it's going to be. Because then if you just bought something, you just wasted that money for no reason.
Yeah,
but
the thing about...
You have to picture what you want.
Visualize, yes.
Or if you can't really visualize it, you could go online and look at a car.
That's part of visualizing, yeah.
You can visualize...
he talked about...
you should visualize it and pick what color and what kind of color you want in the car. And then you should type in those kind of colors, and then you could find it. And then you could find a car like that.
It's part of your dream. That's what he was saying, right? You
in a dream, you could probably not even figure out about it. But then you were thinking about a dream when you were a little kid, and a couple years later, you found a dream, and then you find it again, and then you're like, I should do that now.
So you know how dreams feel so real? Sometimes your dreams just feel really real.
Like how you can accidentally wake up and you feel like you're still in it?
Yes. That's what he was doing. He was visualizing his dream to really imagine being in it, what it's going to look like, what it's going to feel like driving it.
And even
all the things he can do with it. He was visualizing him taking his grandma shopping, taking his mom
to work.
Going to... This is great, I thought. He was visualizing himself...
helping other people.
Right. Also himself. He was visualizing himself making more soccer practices so that he can get better because he's going to be putting more time into the sport.
Because now he'll have time.
Right. A car ultimately gets you more time. It saves you time because you can drive somewhere.
But there is also bad habits in a car accident.
Yeah, but you don't want to focus on that.
You don't want to focus on it because if you focus on it too much, you're obviously going to think that you get into a car accident.
Yeah, so the best thing you do is focus on driving good. Make sure you're being safe.
Just visualize you being in that car, not doing your best, doing the rules, going the speed limit so you don't get pulled over and you don't get hurt. Because then you'll most likely not get hurt. But if you think you're going to get hurt,
yeah,
you're going to probably think that you're going to get hurt, and you're probably going to get hurt.
Absolutely. Whatever you think is going to happen usually. You just start manifesting those things, so you want to start manifesting positive thoughts. So What about Michael's story?
How he
Remember
wanted to make shoes.
Yeah.
I still want to talk about the car thing, even though Sammy, and then the exact same thing. Didn't he say that his friends were like, "Why don't you just take the bus like the rest of us?"
Yes, they did. I'm glad you.
Even though it's still the same thing as a car, but it would save you less time taking stops. Like when you go out, when you take a bus back, you have to stop at other places.
Yep.
And you could in a car you could just visualize you or your friends that live like right next to you. You could take them other places. Like if they live right next to you, you could just drop them off. I mean, it'd be easier.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up.
You could also help your friends.
Right. Exactly. Just think about the positive, but I like that you brought this up. So his friends were trying to distract him, unfortunately. They were being negative about it. He was thinking about his dreams, and they're telling him reasons why he shouldn't do it.
Because most people, if people think negative and tell you stuff, you're going to think negative. But he didn't listen.
Yes.
He just ignored them, and he thought in his probably mind, he probably thought, I'm not going to listen to them. I'm going to move up and do my dreams and make that happen.
Exactly. His dreams were more important than trying to impress, than caring what other people thought. All right? And that's a very powerful story and a very powerful point in that story, because I can relate too. And you probably, I don't know if you had this experience, but when I started like my business, I had a ton of people that were pushing back on me and saying like, why are you doing that? That's a bad idea.
Like
when I started getting involved with Grant Cardone, people were pushing back like, dude, he's a scam. Like that guy is not for real. He's not going to help you.
But you're glad that you did it now, because now you know that was just negative news.
Exactly. And there's always going to be that.
And now they're missing out of it, and now they're not going to grow up with a good life. Even though if they have a good life, they could have an even better life.
They might have a good life, but
they could have an even 10x better life.
Absolutely. Most people are living average, and I know that's a really hard pill to swallow, and a lot of people don't want to hear that, but it's a fact. 76% of people in the United States live paycheck to paycheck. And it's probably higher than that, actually. It was that number last year. So, yes, there's a lot of people that can always be doing better and can definitely be in a better position that they're in right now. And me included, and I've done some pretty cool things.
I don't know if those would count, but you know how in Space Jam, the new one?
Yeah.
How the little kid would go to 75? And and I like how the algorithm said, bring it up.
Yeah.
To 100.
I like that too.
I like how, even though he was a negative person, he was still thinking positive.
Set your targets high. Yeah.
Set your targets high. So he said, bring it up.
Yeah.
So then he brought it up, and then he became, if you bring it up and you believe in it 10x more times, 10 more times higher, you'll probably get there a little bit more than you thought you would probably get better. You would probably get better more than you were.
Absolutely. Just like he said in the beginning of the book, you set your goals small, you think small, you're going to start aiming small, and you're going to start acting small, and you're not going to really perform small. You got to aim big. And because chances are you're probably going to come up short on your goal anyway. And I talked about this on my last podcast and the other one. I would rather come up short on my big goals than a small goal. If I'm going to come up short on something, I want to aim really big and come up short on that. Because if I set my target really low and my goals and dreams really low, and then I don't get there, that's going to be really low down there. That means...
it took you a lot of time to practice. Like drawing.
Yeah, absolutely.
It took a lot of time. And doing guitar.
You know how much time I put into like drawing as a kid?
A lot.
I used to sit there.
Like, you have some pictures. Didn't somebody took a picture of you drawing on the couch?
Yeah.
Took a lot of time.
I drew all the time. I was so obsessed with drawing that I used to pause the cartoons. When I seen an image I liked on a Disney movie, I'd pause it and I'd draw the image.
I know, but
on paper.
But it would be hard because on our TV it will originally, so you have to unpause it, and then pause it really quick, because then it's just gonna go into cartoons. Remember? how it would show these.
Oh, yeah.
So it's hard for that your TV probably never did that.
No, because back then we had VHS tapes. You probably don't even know what that is, huh?
Like a little square TV.
No, the tape that goes into a VCR.
Oh, like that house that you saw that, like on the counter, how a little DVD that you would put in it, but not a CD.
Not a CD, a square box.
A square box.
That's
VHS what I have.
Tape. Okay.
That's what Robin's, how she became really, really good.
Yeah.
At,
that's a tape deck actually. That's a square.
I know. It's
similar to that, but
similar.
it's bigger. It's like a big square. It's like this big.
Like in Key House, how he has those little DVDs, but they're a bit bigger than those kind of DVDs.
I think
and like
so.
in Key House, how, what's his name?
I don't remember. The Uncle Duncan?
Just Duncan. How he found this rock CD and it was hit. It was like.
Is it CD or
it was
VHS?
a CD. It was. I think it was both. I think it was part of both.
But yeah, back then we're getting on a different subject now. But you were able to just pause that and nothing would ever. You could just pause it forever.
Yeah, you could do it probably for like a couple hours.
But I used to do that. The whole point of me saying that though is because I put a lot of time into that, and so when you're obsessed about being better and better and better,
now you don't even. Now you can just picture it in your head from a kid, and now you don't really even need to look at it. You can just visualize what you did, and now you can just draw it.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about it. You can make your own creature. Like, you can make like how Garfield found his Zabadoo.
Right.
Like, that's not a thing, but he made it up. The actors made it up.
Let's I'll grab this. We're going to wrap this up because it's getting late, sweetheart. We got to get you to bed.
I wanted to go for another hour.
So that's pretty much it. Careful not to hit this mic, sweetheart.
No, I want to know what the word is.
So that's it for our tea time topic today, guys. We're going to pick that back up. And then I really love the fact that, and shoot, we might even get into the 10X rule book after this if I'm getting so much value out of just that. I like how they're
But do we have to read this with you? Or could I at least go into another book and just watch you read and follow along?
Yeah, we can. I'm not
sure.
Because
it would probably be hard for me.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But really impactful book, very thought-provoking and very beneficial to anybody who's looking to really live to their potential and really start making a massive change in their life and really just start actually taking action. You know what I mean? Like putting in some work. I love that. It's structured for kids and it's got kids stories that it uses an example in there. So we'll get back into that. I absolutely love it. This is something, and like I said, there's a whole program that kids can take, that they can get on, much like I've been training on for the last couple years. Cardone University, they got 10X Kids University, which is the same thing. It's just digestible little videos of Grant talking and then a couple
those CDs
answers.
That you have in the back of the car?
No.
Back of the
like
truck?
the training that I do on my phone, where you'll see a video of Grant talking and then I'll answer some questions.
And
they have something
and it's okay if you get them wrong.
Yeah.
If you get them wrong, you're gonna get better.
Do you know what I'm saying though? There's a program like that for kids. All right. So let's get into the word of the day.
Production?
No, you said perfection. We're gonna look up the word perfection.
Could I try to find it?
I already found it. Sorry, sweetheart.
Where?
All right. So
we should have done my Nujix.
The word of the day is perfection. And this means...
No, don't tell me. I don't really remember what it means, but I think it means, like, you did something, and it means you did it right. Like, you did something, that means you were done with it. Like, you just finished it. I know it's something like that.
Yeah. It's part of that. That's part of it, yes. So perfection is a derivative of perfect. So perfection means a state of being perfect, an excellent perfect in its kind. So perfect means finished or complete, fully informed, completely skilled, or faultless. In grammar, denoting a tense which expresses an act of completed. So to accomplish, to make perfect, to make fully skillful. So it actually doesn't mean, in layman's terms, and to make it a little more simplistic for you to understand, It means doing something without messing up, without having anything go bad. Like you do it the first time perfect, or you do it something perfect.
But that's kind of hard to do if you did it the very first time. You're obviously not going to probably get it right.
It is really hard, and let me give you a little bit of advice about being perfect.
Like
Hold on, listen to me. This is important. You should remember this for the rest of your life. One of the best things I've ever done for myself is to give up perfection. And that is to not worry about being so perfect with doing things.
Like bragging?
Huh?
Like bragging?
No, that has nothing to do with it.
Ah.
So, like, I used to be a self-proclaimed perfectionist. I used to kind of pride myself on being a perfectionist. Like, I had to have everything done perfect. And that was so damaging to me and restricting to me because it kept me from actually taking action. It kept me from taking action because I wanted things to be perfect before I took the action. So what did it do? It restricted me. It seized me. It arrested me from actually doing something because I was afraid of failure. I was afraid of making a mistake. I was afraid of looking bad. I was afraid of what other people would think if it wasn't perfect. One of the best things I've ever done is giving that up and just doing something and not worrying about what other people think, not worrying about it being perfect, and also just accepting the fact that I probably am going to fail and I'm probably going to mess up on something, and I don't care because it's not a failure. Like, going through that is very much needed. You have to make mistakes. You have to fail at something, and being perfect is just a false hope. Being perfect is the worst kind of advice that somebody can give another person. If they say, hey, it's got to be perfect, it's so bad to start focusing on perfect. So I just want you to remember that. Don't worry about being perfect at anything. It's more important that you just do something. And matter of fact, it's almost more important if you fail at something so you learn something from it.
I want to know what this means. Everyone wants to eat, but few are willing to hunt. Behind of you, that picture.
That means people want things. People want big things. But no one's willing to put in the work to do it.
That's what I was just going to say at the last one.
That's what that means.
Oh, now I get it. Because people want to just eat, but they don't want to put the work into, hunting.
That's an analogy.
To get food.
Exactly. So
that, even though they said that for just a saying, that could be a real thing.
Yeah, that's why...
Nobody wants to put work into stuff. Very few put work into it.
Yeah, that's called an analogy, when you use something as an example to kind of explain a different point. And that's an analogy for that. But the whole meaning of that is that, yes, people want so many things, or they want this one thing, but they're just not willing to put in the effort that they know it's going to take.
Even though they want it.
Nobody wants to do the work. And so that's why you have to work your butt off to get to what you need. You got to work your tush off. All right. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to Tea Time Topic. So thanks for watching this episode and being a part of this. We'll bring it back to you on Sunday and take it from there. But before, hold on. Why don't you tell them one more time where you can find us?
Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch.
So that's where you can find us. Give us a like, give us a follow, a share, subscribe to the channel. Give us a little bit of love.
I want to say it so bad.
What? Say whatever you want.
But until then.
Oh. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, though, for today, guys. We'll see you next Sunday. But until then, be dynamic. See you guys.
Bye.